Welcome to SOS Media, your number one source of the latest news, opinions, and in-depth investigations that dig deeper into today's developing stories around the globe. Fantasizing about intimate relationships with others is a common aspect of human nature and is a natural part of our imaginative and emotional lives. The human mind is capable of great creativity and imagination. Fantasies allow individuals to explore scenarios and experiences that may not be possible or appropriate in reality. They can be a source of intimate feelings, arousal and pleasure, and can enhance a person's intimate experiences, both alone and with a partner. Fantasies can involve imagining an emotional or romantic connection with someone, which can fulfill emotional needs and desires. Engaging in intimate fantasies can serve as a form of stress relief and relaxation. It can be a way to temporarily escape from the pressures and demands of everyday life. Fantasies can also be a gateway to explore experiences that may not be physically possible due to distance, health conditions, or other circumstances. Some fantasies can come true while others may remain as imaginative scenarios. Whether a fantasy can become a reality depends on various factors, including the nature of the fantasy, the willingness and consent of all parties involved, legal and ethical considerations, and the practical feasibility. If a fantasy involves a partner, it's important to have open and honest communication about desires and boundaries. Ultimately, it's up to each individual or consenting group to decide if and how they want to explore their fantasies. It's also very important to approach any potentially new or unfamiliar experiences with care, respect, and consideration for all parties involved. We should always prioritize consent, communication, and mutual well-being. Now, Kiiti Jones has openly revealed in several interviews that she had been into R. Kelly since she was a teen in the early 1990s, when she would hide in her room with his music to escape her mother's wild romantic relationships. She would buy every magazine he was in, and further revealed that upon the release of his 1993 solo debut, 12 Play, she took a limousine to a third-row seat at her first R. Kelly show. She now had seen him in concert 7 times since. "He was my Brad Pitt," she said. But even though she was disappointed to miss it, bailing on the concert meant something better, because she was at Fat Daddy's A Club in suburban Mansfield, Texas, and setting up for the Beat-sponsored afterparty. Jones was a popular DJ for Dallas hip-hop and ran B Station 97.9 The Beat, and she was finally going to meet the man she had been captivated by for more than 20 years. "He was everything that I thought," says Jones. "He was handsome and he just owned the room." Later that night, the guest of honor arrived clad in a crisp white shirt, diamond earrings, and tan fedora, and hardly looked he was 44 years. As Jones made her way upstairs to the VIP section, she approached R. Kelly and said she was so upset because this was one of the first concerts she had ever missed, Jones told Rolling Stone. And R. Kelly was like, "Well, you've seen one, you've seen them all." As Jones tells it, when R. Kelly went to shake her hand after a small talk, he gave her a piece of paper with his phone number and told her to text him her number. Jones says that after she texted R. Kelly from the bathroom. The twist here remains that all the girls that brought focus on R. Kelly met him when they were in their teens. Jones was different. She had a successful career, owned her own car, had an ex-husband, and was blessed with a child. She had been working in radio for more than 5 years and was used to being around celebrities. With this experience and exposure, one keeps wondering as to why Kiiti Jones did not gather the courage to leave the relationship she had with R. Kelly early enough in time. It becomes very difficult to comprehend the fact that she too, like the young teens allege, was manipulated into staying in the impolite relationship, yet she didn't have legal ties associated with it. Rick Ross, the founder and executive director of the Cult Education Institute, noted that Jones's age during her relationship with R. Kelly is out of step with other allegations he's read. "It doesn't sound congruent with any other stories," he says. "What has been repeatedly said is that R. Kelly prefers very young women, and so the idea that someone in their 30s would be recruited and be part of the group and that R. Kelly would be interested, I'm rather surprised. It sounds very surprising and unusual to me. Why would R. Kelly want someone in her 30s when the allegations repeatedly focus on women much younger than that?" Ross wondered. It is also important for us to understand the variety of usually complex reasons as to why conscious adults may stay in abusive relationships. It's equally important to understand that leaving an abusive relationship can be an extremely difficult and complicated process, and there is no one-size-fits-all answer. Certainly, adults may stay in abusive relationships for various reasons, including fear of retaliation, isolation, financial dependence, emotional manipulation, low self-esteem, concerns for children, cultural or religious beliefs, lack of awareness or support, hope for change, trauma bonding, and practical considerations. It's crucial to approach this topic with empathy and respect for each alleged survivor's unique situation. Providing support and access to resources is essential in helping them make the decision to leave when they feel ready and safe to do so. However, this may not be completely applicable to Kiiti Jones, who had some strong advantage to notice the signs earlier and probably quit. She had gone through the relationship cycle, ending and divorcing the father of her child. Though being divorced and probably single could have catalyzed her falling in love with R. Kelly and then trying to hang in there, it would still have been a very strong motivation of letting go of the relationship earlier in time, if the magnitude of abuse she alleges was really true. If the abusive relationship is not legally binding, such as in cases where the individuals are not married or do not share legal obligations like joint property or custody, it may be theoretically easier to physically leave the shared living situation. We can still say the process is complex, but for sure, Kiiti Jones should not have tolerated the abuse to the levels she narrates for that long. She, among all the rest of the accusers, seems to be the most empowered by then. Some people have come to believe that Kiiti Jones most likely blew her accusations of R. Kelly out of proportion. Delise Kelly, her former co-worker at 97.9 The Beat, tweeted her skepticism. Delise was the promotions coordinator and an on-air personality at The Beat from 2007 to 2009. Speaking to The Observer from Los Angeles, where she was residing, Delise said that she believed Jones had sought a job at The Beat, where she worked nights hoping to date celebrities like R. Kelly, and indeed Jones told Rolling Stone that she met R. Kelly at a station-sponsored after-party for his June 2011 show at Verizon Theater at Grand Prairie. You can tell when people are into radio because they love the music business and they love radio, or they're just in it for the opportunity to meet the next celebrity, Delise said. It is like she happened to be at the after-party and used her power in radio to get into VIP, she added. By November of that year, Jones quit her job at the radio station and moved to Chicago to be with R. Kelly. She just kind of bragged that she was dating R. Kelly and then she took off, Delise said. Thank you for watching today's video, brought to you by SOS Media. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Also remember to leave your comment about today's topic in the comment section below.